What is going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Trystin, aka Dahvine, back at it again with another video. Hope the mic sounds a little bit better. Been trying to work on stuff like that so it can actually start sounding a little bit better. And yeah, that's besides the point. I know why you guys are actually here, but I do have one last update before we dive into it. We just recently hit 600 subs. I know you guys, if you guys have been sticking with me, you guys seen the video, you guys have been entered into the giveaway. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about real quick before we dive into it. So again, I just hit 600 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. But I am doing a giveaway, and if you guys did not know about that, go check out the video on your screen right now. It's going to be linked in the description below as well. Go check it out because I'm doing a 600 subscriber giveaway. Shout out to Poggers for actually sponsoring that giveaway that's going to be going on. It's going to be a huge bundle. You guys need to go check that out, man. They got an amazing drink. It's 10 out of 10 recommended, from flavors to just the overall qualityness of it. And I want to give something back to you guys because you guys have given me so much from the love and support that I just keep growing, and I hope to keep growing this whole year. So again, I appreciate you guys for everything you guys have done for me recently, but please let me give something back to you guys, and please let's just keep building this. So go check out that video, like the video, subscribe if you're new, drop a like, comment, and yeah, that's all you got to do in order to be entered into the giveaway. So do your thing. Love you guys. Let's actually hop right into the video for what everybody's here for. So without further ado, let's start the top 10. Pre-disclaimer for this video before we actually hop right into it. This is my playstyle. I am a running and gunning type. I am mid-range to close. I can hit long shots, but especially on submachine guns, you guys have to take into the account of what is my playstyle, what is my range, how am I going to be going about things. So again, before we get into it, this is my playstyle, and if you have the same playstyle as me, which I think a lot of people do have, they just want the best gun that's going to kind of fit, suitable around to pick up, go out, kill some people, not have to worry about it too much. This is what you're going to be wanting. So I got the sauce for you guys, and just wanted to get that disclaimer out the way so most of you guys don't look at it and be like, wow, what the heck, where's the accuracy, shit like that. If you want to become and stand out from the basic player to the intermediate, from the intermediate to the advanced, take these guns, take what I'm giving you, tweak it up a little bit if needed to your standards, and you guys will have the sauce. So again, just with that being said, my number 1 or number 2 or 3 or 4, 5, 6, etc. might be different from your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Okay, so with that being said, let's hop into it now. All right, number 1 for me is going to be the MiniBak. Oh god damn, what am I doing? That's probably what some of you guys might be thinking right now. And some of you guys might have are debating clicking off the video, and that's okay. Again, I'm gonna break down every gun, so you don't have to worry if this gun is your favorite gun, but your gun is gonna be on the list. So just wait for it or use the timestamps and you can go find it. So number 1 for me is going to be the MiniBak. And why is it going to be the MiniBak? Well, let's talk about it first. We got 64 bullets in the clip. How much more do you need off of rib? 64 bullets? Come on, man. That's the perfect gun to run and gun with. Perfect gun to run and gun with. And when I break it down even further with all these attachments, you guys will see why. So let's get right into it. Start from the front to the back, like we like it like that. Let's do it. Number 2 disclaimer, most of my attachments are going to be the same just because majority, again, it's around my playstyle, and majority of these attachments all balance around each other. So again, we're going to have the Sengard MK5, just an amazing muzzle on there. You got suppression when you want to be silenced, have nobody know where you're at. You got bullet velocity, increases bullet speed, damage range, which is damage range, like come on, man, and recoil smoothness. So those are 4 great qualities, and versus a lot of other ones like some suppressors that give you damage range, this is going to be the best boosting in damage range, recoil control, and the accuracy itself. So that's why I go with this one versus like another one, and the damage is still going to be there because you got to really pay attention. This game doesn't break it down like how the other Call of Duties did. Like Cold War broke it down in the sense of percentages, and I really did enjoy that, and I don't know why they didn't do that in this game, but you know, it just is what it is. But that's going to be my muzzle of choice, and again, it's going to most likely be like this for every single gun, so just prepare on that. The tuning for it, again, in this game, you got to be the first one to shoot. If you're not the first one to shoot, you're dead. If you're not the first one to pretty much aim down, you're almost always going to be dead, just because if your gun doesn't have that damage, if it doesn't have speed, you're gonna be dead. You know, you're gonna see those people whose playstyles, their guns are built around their playstyles, and again, mine is I'm coming to kill people. I'm not out going to sit around and wait for people. Now these guns you can, but that's just the sense of me with a submachine gun. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you're probably a running gun type, so that's where my guns are going to be built around. So with that being said, for the tuning, we're going to have aim down sight speed, gonna have to get your gun up fast, bullet velocity, so now you're already shooting even faster. That's what your gun prefers, and that's what I feel like, you know, every one of these guns it really benefits from. So that's my first attachment tuning on that. Let's go to the barrel. So the barrel for this gun is hilarious because it's actually only one barrel. I got the damage range barrel on that just because, man, increased damage range, come on a submachine gun, that's insane. It's just a match made in heaven. Plus you get even more bullet velocity, you get hip fire accuracy. Yes, you do give up aim down sight speed, but again, where the tuning is going to come in clutch, and what I think a lot of people don't understand is if you tune your gun to balance out what you're not getting, you're just making up for what you don't have. So now we're going to tune it up, aim down sight speed versus preferring damage range. We still have damage and we still have range, but now we get some even more handling that we used to lose before we did this. And then plus we get recoil steadiness, so now the gun is even more smooth on the recoil itself. Like, come on, that's just clutch all the way around. Moving on though, we have the FSS laser that I love versus these other lasers. I'm gonna break it down right now, okay? Why I use this laser versus like they have another laser that's like this one right here is a green light laser, and it gives you some recoil control, which could definitely help out. But the reason I don't have this laser on is just because you don't get the same kind of aim down sight speed. Yes, you do get the recoil control, which could help you in certain scenarios, but in the long run, I don't like that people can see my laser at my hip. So let's say that you're a type of player that you might be, you know, not pushing a corner yet, and right before you push that corner, somebody knows you're there because your green light is showing. That's why I don't think a lot of people actually use this laser. If you do use this laser, you know, break it down for me. I do see the benefits to it. It's got more recoil control, but at the sacrifice of the handling, and that's why I go for this one, because you don't see it and it's only visible when aiming down. So just wanted to break those two differences right now, just because I know some people will be talking about it, you know, why this versus that. And of course you could break it down even more, but I'm not going to break it down to that extent. I think you understand and you get the gist. So yep, we're rocking with this laser. No tuning on there because they don't allow you to do tuning, which I think is really stupid. If we could tune it up, this laser could be better than the other laser, but it is what it is. Moving on to the stock, we got the Mark Eve R7 stock, and versus these other stocks, I'm gonna break it down right now. Versus all these other stocks, we're gonna want the aim down sight speed on our stock and the aim down sight speed, any type of speed, and in or on our grip. So I know most people might say, well, why don't you just go stock listed? I don't want to lose complete control of my gun just because I want to aim it like a lunatic. I still have a brain and I still want to be able to use my accuracy to my advantage. Now some people might be able to use this gun and still have insane accuracy, but not me. So with that being said, that's why I go with Mark Eve R7 stock, just because I still have my aim down sight speed, I still have sprint to fire speed, and that's what I want. And of course with the tuning, we just take that a step further. Now we have faster aim down sight speed and aiming idle stability, which is going to help when you're moving. It's going to help when you're just aiming down. You don't have that swayness, and I'll show that whenever I'm using the actual gun in the firing range. Moving on though, we got the True Tac grip, and of course again versus everything, we're gonna have the aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, tuned it up, got the aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed. So that's going to be where I like my guns to be, and that's just how I like them. Again, majority of my guns are going to be based around this. If you guys have a certain gun that you guys want to see, again, use the timestamps, go to your gun. Again, just because I have this listed as #1 doesn't mean it needs to be your #1. With that being said, let's go to the firing range and go check it out. Very beautiful gun, one of my favorite guns for a long time in any Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 especially. I think is when they first introduced it, PP9 MO1, something like that. Just a beautiful gun when they introduced it, and even back then the gun just performed, handled, did. And if you were a running gun type of person, this is a gun that you wanted to use. So again, just a beautiful animation overall, just testing out just the sprint to fire, even just the aim in sight speed. Again, the aim idle stability is what I'm talking about right here. See how I don't have a bunch of sway in my sight, and I don't feel like it's like moving. Like if you're moving like this, yes, you do get to sway a little bit, but even so, like it's still very idle, it's still very stable. You don't get that swayness that you might get with other guns if you didn't make a build like this. So sprint to fire speed still there, even the tac sprint, just really nice, especially if you know where you're going to be aiming from. If you know like, hey, I have to be aiming people over here, you know, if your centering is on point, man, you're just going to be hitting shots. And that's the one thing that I love about this gun. Yeah, so very accurate gun in the sense of, obviously I'm not shooting way down there, but even if we pop in there and trying to shoot them, you know, when you're mounted up, it's still very nice to just be aimed in. You have all these bullets to just be able to hit people, keep going, do your thing, and just keep going from there. That's why I really do enjoy this gun, and I feel like it's just the gun of choice. If you're really trying to shoot people from X amount of yards, this gun has so many bullets that I feel like you can just get the job done. And of course, it's a submachine gun, so don't go out guns blazing thinking I have a gun that can hit somebody from across the world. That's not how this gun's gonna work. But again, you guys saw, it has great accuracy. The kick is all there. Have so many more bullets that if you really do mount up and you really want your accuracy to be shown, if you're burst firing, you know, your shots are gonna be there. So again, don't go into thinking that this gun is going to be the type of gun that I'm going to hit people from way back there. Obviously, if you're a submachine gunner, you're going to obviously know that shouldn't be my range. Know your range, know who you are, know what you can hit. This gun is going to do damage. So from medium range right here, obviously if there's more people that you can hop in, pop up, shoot. I still have 48 bullets. How many times can I do it? That's twice. I still have 34 bullets left in the fucking magazine that I can still laser people. So, you know, missing bullets, tagging up, you know, ran out of my clip. And maybe if I don't miss those bullets, maybe I kill these people even faster. So again, know your range, know who you are. This is my #1 gun. It's my go-to if I want to sweat and just shit on people. Again, my #1 is just as equal to my #2, almost my #3. There's very few guns in my actual arsenal that I choose not to use. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this gun. If you guys did, drop a like. Let me know if this is your #1 gun too. Let me know what can be fixed. Let me know why you disagree, why you agree. And yeah, if you guys use it, let me know how you do. But with that being said, let's hop into our #2. All right, skirt. Hopping into our #2 gun, you guys see already on the screen, it's the FS HURRICANE. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, guns that I prefer have a bigger magazine, but that's not always the case. So I guess I shouldn't really say that because that's really not the case. But as I did say though, I do enjoy this gun because it does have a bigger magazine. But also why I do enjoy this gun is because of just the gun overallness. You have the damage, you have the accuracy, you have the bullets, you have the mobility. This gun is a perfect all-around gun, just like the MiniBak was. But in the case of this gun, it just feels better. It feels a lot smoother. So when I really do feel like being accurate and I feel like my shot is really on, I really pop out with this gun. So again, let's start from the front to the back and let's get it like that. So SingGuard, again, you guys already know why I pointed it out. All these other suppressors, anything you would want to use, this is just my go-to because it has the damage range, has bullet velocity, recoil smoothness. You guys know. All right, I don't got to keep pointing it out. You guys are smart. Tuning it up, we guys got aim down sight speed. I guess I forgot to do it here, but bullet velocity, that's what's really going to grow from there. So if I show you guys can see on the right the range and what we're sacrificing over there. So we got bullet velocity and it's actually increasing the range, as you guys can see. Accuracy is giving up just a little bit, but I promise that is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Aim down sight speed, we can go for recoil smoothness, but of course we want to be able to zoom in faster, and of course we're going to get recoil smoothness later on. Second, we got two different types of barrels right here, and this are the two barrels that's going to differentiate what type of player you are. Of course they both give damage, but of course if you want a little bit more recoil control, you might play a little bit further back. You're gonna want to go with the first barrel, but I like the cannonade barrel just because it's more damage, more stomping. If I get my shot off, if I shoot you first, odds are I'm gonna kill you. So that's what we like to see, that's what we like to hear. Aim down sight speed is where we're picking it back up. You guys can see down at the bottom with the handling. Of course other things are gonna kind of take it away, because like this takes away aim down sight speed, but we gained it back just a little bit. Recoil smoothness is where we actually love to see it, because look, as you guys can see on the right, we almost take away everything, where you can see the recoil control actually smoothens out almost all the way to what we lost. So that's something that we love to see. FFS OLE laser, you guys already know why I choose this laser over any other laser. Can't be seen on the hip. And of course we have a nice aim down sight speed stock that's also with a sprint to fire speed, is what we love to see. All these other ones just don't compare unless you really want recoil control, but that's not me. Obviously I don't have the collapse because I already told you guys, don't want to sacrifice my accuracy all the way. I still have aim and I want to still use it to my advantage. Again, when we tune it, aim down sight speed, aim idle stability, as you guys can see, just the accuracy changes. Yes, the mobility is taken away a little bit, but man, like the night and day difference of not having this is the swayness of when you're zooming in, and you might not be able to catch on to somebody because you might be swaying too much. Got the phantom grip versus any other grip. It's going going to be the best handling grip out there. Obviously with this one, you still have your accuracy just a little bit, recoil control, but that's where we fix it up in here. Both of them are aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed. So again, this gun is fast, this gun is quick, this gun is reliable, this gun has damage, this gun is silent. I feel like it's just up there again with one of the best perfect run and gun guns that you can own in this game. So if it's not in your arsenal, make sure you throw it in there. Let's go check it out in the firing range. So again, this is how the gun looks. Just a beautiful gun. I'm so happy that they added this gun. And one big thing that you guys will notice, and one of my favorite things, is when you have a gun that reloads at the top, you guys can see all the bullets inside and it's just stacked up. They have the clear mag and it's so sick, like a tinted mag. And when you load it up, boom, see all the bullets in there. This one doesn't do it as good as some other guns, and you guys will see I pointed out in the video, but man, this gun is right there. You guys want to be mobile, you guys want to be agile, this is the gun to use. And this is the perfect, even this gun can do long range. So again, this is the sprint to fire. Nice quick little snappy aim. Not the snappiest, I'm not going for a complete snappy, but I'm going for a nice damage built snappy gun. So this is what I think when you compensate supreme speed over power itself. So this is where I think they meet in the middle. Just nice. Even from the tac, probably running from the tac sprint to the aim down sight speed is probably my favorite, just especially when he picks it up and it comes straight down. Yeah, just one of my favorites. So yeah, this gun in action still does damage, so let's watch it. Just accuracy all the way around. Accuracy so much that this sight is so perfect to use. Obviously, if you guys like the M4, this gun is going to be more towards suiting your standards, just because it still has the nice iron sight feel to it. And if you guys don't like using an iron sight, again, that's why I was telling you guys might need to change a couple things out. This is just what suits me best. I run in guns, so I don't mind having this iron sight. But if you do mind having the iron sight, go change it out. Go use what's best for you. And you know, what's best for me might not be best for you. So just do what you got to do. If you guys like my setup, you guys want to change out a couple things, you know, hit me up and we can find something suitable for you guys. But man, this gun, I just feel like has it all, especially when you have 50 bullets. It might be a little bit less on the damage, but when you're hitting your shots, man, 50 bullets feels like you can do a lot. Like, again, knocking these people down. And this is probably the most ideal range. This right here, I don't know how far that is. I wish they would let me mark, but I would assume, oh, it looks like 10, 20. So like, yeah, 20 yards away is ideal. Again, if you're using a submachine gun and you're looking to hit somebody from like 30, 40 yards away, you're not going to do it. And if you do it, you know, congrats, you built the most recoil spent build, and that's awesome, you know, to each their own. So again, one of my favorite guns in the game. Just so reliable, so many bullets, just so reliable on the damage itself. If you're hitting shots, you got to come behind corners, you got to aim in, shoot people. This gun is fast. This gun is what you need. This gun is damaged. This gun has recoil control already built into it, and that's one thing that I love about it. So again, check out this gun. Let me know what you guys think. Number 2 on my list, just from how much I use it, how much I have used it. This gun is a beautiful gun overall. Bullets, damage, accuracy, everything that I think you guys want. So again, that's my number 2 on this list. We're gonna pop out with number 3 and let me know what you guys think. All right, transitioning to number 3 and number 4. At number 3, I've got the Vaznek, and I think most people could agree that this gun could have been number 1, number 2. It could even be lower, but in my personal opinion, I love any AK type of gun in this game. Talking about the cast-offs, talking about, yeah, just pretty much a cast-off in this gun as well. This gun is literally a submachine gun version of the AK-74U, and obviously all the other cast-offs. This gun is a beautiful gun. It's not my number 1 gun just because of the magazine itself. Now obviously, like I told you guys before, this is builds built around me. If I wanted to change anything out, only thing I would change out is this 45 round mag. That's pure choice, how you feel about it. I have sleight of hand when I'm actually running and gunning, so sometimes I feel like it's not really a necessity for me to have a bigger magazine, especially with how fast this gun kills. But again, it's just all personal preference. That's why this gun is number 3 to me. We're gonna start from the beginning, and we have the Sin Guard. Obviously, you guys already know, don't have to repeat myself. Bullet velocity, aim down sight speed, you guys already know. Love you guys. Thing is that I'm going to differentiate from these 2 barrels that I feel like most people really need to know is what you're willing to sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice a little bit of recoil control and mobility just to use the SA response, or are you willing to get more damage, better range, a little less recoil control, more mobility, and a little bit less handling, which you don't even feel in the grand scheme of things when it's like 0.05%. That's what I really think that people need to differentiate from here, and that's what I did when I did this. Because again, you see the pros: damage, range, hip fire, accuracy, bullet bullet velocity is what you want. Aim down, sight speed, hip fire, recoil control. You shouldn't always be spraying from the hip, but if you are, you got to know that that's what you're giving up, but you're also giving it up with this barrel as well. Anyways, but when we do tune it, we do fix that up again. So again, what we lost from the damage range is what we're gaining back with the handling when we do the aim down, sight speed, and what we lost from the accuracy from the bullet velocity is we're gaining it back from the recoil steadiness. So that's why tuning is so important for you guys to just understand that what you might gain here doesn't mean you have to completely lose on in another field. So moving on, we got the OLE laser. You guys already know it's really never going to change. This laser is always going to help you aim down faster. Remember that. Aim down faster, aim down faster. I need to be the first one to shoot. Mark Eve R7 stock compared to all these other stocks, it's just the best one. Obviously not stockless, we don't do that here. Tune it up, aim down, sight speed, aim idle, stability. This stock stuff will never change no matter what. Find you the fastest stock, what's going to help you out. Not the completely fastest where you lose all accuracy, but then just fix it up, tweak it up from there. But this for me never changes. True tag grip, same thing right here as well. Very few guns it's ever going to change. So we just want aim down, sight speed, sprint to fire speed. And this gun is just, like I said, this gun could have easily gone number 1, easily gone number 2, and there's just so many reasons why. This gun is just so reliable, it's so good to use, and it's just so many times that this gun has saved me and I actually enjoyed using it to get platinum. There's so many guns that I didn't enjoy trying to get platinum, but this gun was not one of them. Aim down, sight speed, still snappy, and like this gun is one of the snappiest guns with this build as well. Mobility is great with it, so I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything too drastic when I'm using this gun. Even from attack sprint, it's still just a nice aim, and that's something that I enjoy, that I need when I'm running and gunning. So great damage, just great damage overall. That's why I don't feel like it's necessary to have a 40 round mag, just because I feel like if you are hitting your bullets, then you should never need a lot more bullets. The only reason I ever say that I like having more bullets is when it's off a stock, off a rip, you know, like a gun that gives you this amount of bullets right off a rip. So again, 20 yards away, a little bit more difficult to hit, but if you are finding that it is a little bit more difficult to hit, swap out the stock, you know, swap out the grip, maybe throw you on a pineapple foregrip, and that will always help you guys out. So yeah, number 3 gun in my arsenal, definitely top notch, just not the best gun for me, not always the gun that I'm gonna go choose for. Again, the magazine is not there for me, but like the accuracy itself can be fixed, it can be tweaked around. So that's why it's number 3 for me, because I feel like there's different types of tweaks that you can do with this gun that will make this gun even more reliable, more usable, and suitable for you. So again, if you agree with it, let me know. If you don't agree with it, let me know why. Is it a good spot to be at number 3? Let me know. Coming out with my number 4 spot though, we're gonna come out with the Fennec 45, and I know if you guys are here, you guys like this gun, and if you don't like this gun, you're not a submachine gun user, and I don't know why you're here. But with that being said, the reason why I think we like this gun is this gun is insanely fast, and if you're really good with this gun and you can fix it up to tweak it up to have good accuracy and you can hit your shots, this gun is unstoppable. Again, I'm gonna throw out there, first tip is you can also throw an underbarrel on this gun. It might help you out with the recoil, but the biggest tip that I'm gonna throw out there is that if you do want to swap over to the 45 round mag, I think it's beneficial for this gun. You just have to figure out what attachment you don't really need, what can you sacrifice, and just go from there. So with that being said, let's break down the attachments. So I think that the Fennec has the only differential and suppressor that I'm ever going to use, and that's because it's going to have the Shikra silencer, which is pretty much like the Singuard, but for this gun itself, it's going to actually be suitable more for a build that gives you better damage and all the accuracy stats, accuracy, recoil, range, the damage, everything, versus the Singuard is just screaming I'm a better silencer, and it just sounds cool. Like, come on, especially whenever you build it up, you tune it up, bullet velocity, aim down, sight speed, what we always do. Just a great silencer for it. It's sick, has a better name, just more suitable for this gun. And again, I think it's the only silencer that's different and that is on this gun. So yeah, next thing that we're gonna hop into is gonna be the barrel. So again, the barrel, we're gonna go for the damage barrel. Now there's a couple good barrels on here that I will talk about. Like, you could go with this Tac Ninja one, which already throws on a suppressor for you. That's when you'd want to tweak out and swap out for the 45 round mag, but then you might obviously not be able to tune it a little bit better, suitable for aim down, sight speed, or damage range, or accuracy. Again, those are things that, you know, if you think this might be a little bit better, definitely do it. I'm just trying to point out the best stuff that could be the best options for whatever playstyle that you have rocking with this. For me, again, running gun is I'm gonna go for the damage range. This one gives me the nice ability to tune it. Whenever I tune it, recoil steadiness, aim down, sight speed. So what I lost lost from the damage, I kind of get it back from doing the tuning on the attachment itself. Again, laser, it's going to help us with our aim down sight speed. Our agile stock is going to help us with our aim down sight speed, you know, versus all these other ones, just going to be a whole lot better. Even versus this one, it's going to give you more mobility, yeah, at the expense of a little bit of accuracy. But this gun, again, you're not going to be trying to hit somebody from so far with this gun. This gun is not the gun to think that you're going to hit somebody from halfway across the map. This gun is going to be like, hey, I need to get from A to B, I need to get there, I need to take this point, I'm playing point, or I'm doing stuff like that. That is the play style of this gun. Tuning it wise, aim idle stability, aim down sight speed, you already know. Fennec, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire. It's the same thing for the tune. That's what most of my guns are going to be. So again, this gun is just a beauty. I mean, I love using this gun. It's a gun that if I'm really playing point and I feel like people are outgunning me from close range and they shouldn't be, this is the gun that I'm going to be going to. Again, just a beautiful gun. Vector, like I think they introduced it in Black Ops 2. That's what I think is the first time I remember seeing this gun. Not the fastest zooming snappiest snap, but when you're using this gun and you're in the middle of battle, and yeah, there's sometimes that people might aim in faster than you, this gun is so good that even if you're the second person to shoot, you shoot so many bullets so fast that you can kill somebody in just a snap. I mean, you guys see it, like you see how fast I can kill somebody. You guys can see just how fast you kill people. But with that being said, you guys also see how fast I lose bullets. Like, you know, I'm having to put at least like 15 bullets into somebody sometimes, or maybe I'm just shooting so fast that it feels like 15 bullets. You know, the gun shoots so fast, but when you're in the midst of the battle and you're, you know, doing your thing, that guy's dead, and then you're already aiming onto somebody else, man, you're doing your thing. So again, you know, lack of ammunition on this gun is what brings it down to the 4th position for me, just because I feel like, you know, lack of bullets on it. You could throw a 45 round mag on it, but I also don't think it's always necessary to have that loss of aim down speed just because you want to have a little bit more bullets. Maybe swap this gun over with an overkill class, have a secondary on your back that is reliable, and this is where this gun really pairs up nicely. But if you are going to rock this gun solely by itself, I would definitely have sleight of hand in your perk setup. If you guys want me to break down a perk setup for you guys, let me know, because I feel like that's more of an in-depth thing. I could show you guys my actual setups that I'm using right now. It's kind of just all over the place just because I'm trying to get the Orion camo. Obviously you see platinum on the gun. We're still breaking it down, we're still trying to do our thing. When I can play, I do play. So just thought I'd make this video just to help out anybody who's been wondering what's the best guns to use, how to use the guns, tuning them, everything like that. And yeah, I'm not the most advanced player, but I feel like when it comes to breaking down some guns on this game, I can definitely do my thing. So again, number 4 spot, let me know what you guys think. This gun is sick, this gun is nice. You like submachine guns, you like running and gunning, this might be the gun for you. All right, coming in at number 5, we've got everybody's classic favorite gun that I think we all know about. If you guys have touched any Call of Duty, if you guys have any nostalgic experiences with Call of Duty, you guys already know the MP5 will always be on one of your top lists. And again, a lot of my guns could be interchangeable. This gun could be number 1 sometimes, it could be number 2. I might use it for this scenario. It's really all just about how I'm feeling that time, how much I've used the gun, and what I'm going to be using the gun for. So yeah, with that being said, just remember that all these guns are interchangeable. But as always, starting from the front to the back, we're going to start with the Singard MKV. You guys already know, bullet velocity, aim down speed. We've got the best damage range barrel on this gun, just because again, this gun is so good that I feel like the only field it lacks is damage, and where you can supplement that is obviously with a damage barrel. Aim down sight speed, recoil, steadiness, ELK laser, always aim down sight speed. Mobile stock versus the other ones, just because these other ones don't really help you with the aim down sight speed. Again, we're not using stockless, I still want accuracy. Tuning it and go aim out stability and aim down sight speed. Now this is where this gun differs. You guys can notice I don't have a rear grip, but I do have an under barrel. Why? Well, with this gun, they actually don't give you a grip that aims down faster, which is weird. So we threw on an under barrel, which helps you aim down faster. Yes, at the expense of aim down sight speed, so you're trying to make it up, but it's not that much of a sacrifice when you go into the field and actually look at it. So using this gun, man, off the bat, just, you know, classic MP5 feels, classic nice little feel. There's no any other grip that will make you aim as fast as this. Obviously, if I took off the damage barrel, it definitely aim in a lot faster, but it's not that much, especially when you're in the field and you already know where you should be in the positioning, how fast you should be aiming. Yes, it's a little bit lower because the aim down sight speed is a little bit slower than the top guns, but you know, everything else, when you combine all the attachments, all the tuning, this gun is a beast in the field. Yeah, so I feel like this gun is definitely a beast. You can use it very close, medium range, and if you really want to break it down, hit somebody from far. But again, 30 bullets is why it's a little bit further down. The accuracy is made up from having the grip, the foregrip. 30 bullets is what kind of holds you back. Aim down sight speed is right there as well. And I feel like even with the damage increasements on it, it's just not always there. So that's why it's a little bit further down my list, why it's not so much further up. It's a classic. It's always going to be a classic, but when you put in these other guns versus it, this is why it gives it number 5 spot. So yeah, again, I love this gun. I still use this gun. One of my favorites using on the beta. One of my favorites even getting platinum. But in the grand scheme of things, it's just not the gun that's going to be the go-to gun for me. Might be the go-to gun for you, and if you want a classic build, this is going to be the build for you. So again, let me know if you agree. Number 5 spot, there in the middle, where I feel like, you know, not starting the decline, because there's so many guns in this game that are just good. It's almost impossible to have a bad gun in this game. So again, number 5 spot, let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know what you changed. Let me know your build. And yeah, let's hop into the next gun. All right, number 6 spot for me is going to be the PDSW, aka everybody already knows this should be the P90, bro. This is the classic P90. So this gun is a little bit different from the other guns, where you can see that I don't have a stock on this gun, and they also have a comb, but then they also have a railing system. So I want to talk about those two things real quick. Let's talk about the comb and why I don't have a stock. Now, there is a great stock on here. Gives you aim down sight speed and sprint speed, so you get the mobility and the handling a little bit, but at the same time, what you get from that is what you get from the rear grip. So you get the sprint to fire and aim down sight speed. You don't get the actual mobility from it, but the difference in it that I feel that they're trying to really show the differences is not really needed. You might get like 0.2 mile per hour faster, and maybe in the grand scheme of things, that's a little bit better for you if you're that type of player. But for me, I think the sacrifice on the mobility and giving you more aim down sight speed and sprint to fire is what is more needed when you're actually trying to be a running gun type of player. So bringing that down, as well as the rail system, the rail is just going to give you a different sight. So all these are going to be different sights, and whatever sight, if you really don't like the iron sight on this gun, is where you're going to really change it from here. I don't mind the iron sight. Gives me a little classic feel, but at the same time, these sights might be a little bit better for you. So just gonna have to pick and choose from there. You guys already know the Singar's on here. Aim down sight speed, bullet velocity. Barrel, we're gonna have the Corvus, and the big difference that I like on the Corvus is it's gonna give you the range, the accuracy, the recoil control at the expense of mobility and handling. But again, when we tuned it up, aim down sight speed from the laser, aim down sight speed from the comb itself, recoil stabilization, and the Bruin grip, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed. So again, those are things that I feel like, you know, little tweaks is what's going to really be the big difference on these investments. So let's go check it out on the range. Again, another gun that's super sick that I think does a great job at presentation is this gun. I mean, just look at the magazine. Look at the magazine whenever you go into the animation of all the bullets are in the clip, 50 rounds. And the first time I saw that, I was like, wow, what is the orange on there? And then I noticed that we have like a tinted half clear mag, and I just love that when you can see the gun and you can see the bullets going into the actual clip. Like, that's so sick to me. So presentation is definitely there. Sprint to fire, you can tell it's definitely on the slower side of the aim down sight speed. And again, if I were to actually break it down a little bit more, you could change out a stock for the comb or a grip for the stock and stuff like that, and maybe you get faster. But this is about the fastest if you're gonna have damage and you're also gonna have a nice speed for your gun. Super accurate gun. Again, you're not trying to shoot people way the fuck back there. Nice little mid-range is going to be ideal. The sight is going to take some getting used to, just because it's so small and sometimes you can't really see anybody, so you might be going for body shots. But once you learn this gun and you get it down, this gun is really nice. Again, that's why I'm telling you, all these guns that I use are definitely interchangeable, because they have their days, they have their moments. If I pick one up, man, I might be able to just shine with that. And also, just a pro to this gun is that you have so many fucking bullets. It's not 64, but the 50 is always nice. It's the same as the Hurricane. And man, when you have 50 bullets to do things, when you're running and gunning and you're just trying to, you know, make some ends meet, because you got to kill like 3 people that are on point, you can definitely do it. And the damage is also there, so that's the increasement with damage. Another pro to using the damage barrel over just a normal barrel. So again, That's why this gun is on my number 6. I do love this gun. It's just compared to all the other guns I just presented, it's just not as good, but it's still an amazing gun. Still one of my top favorites. Classic. You know, again, Modern Warfare 3, I believe, is when they maybe first had it. It could be a lot earlier than that though, but that was when I remember that they had it. So again, not the fastest, not the best in damage, but man, just the bullet velocity, the fire rate, the damage itself, the magazine, definitely put it at a nice spot to be number 6 on my list. So again, let me know what you guys think. Does it deserve number 6? Does it deserve to be higher, lower? Let me know. And without further ado, let's move on. Alrighty guys, transitioning to my number 7 position. We're gonna have the Bell 46, aka the MP7. This gun is a classic. Only reason this gun is further down in my list is just because I truly believe this gun is a shadow of what it used to be, which is very sad to say, just because this gun was such a classic in so many games, like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, just so many games this gun was a classic, and it's still great. Again, I've been preaching all these guns can be interchangeable, but when you break it down, just compared to the other guns, this gun is just a shadow of what I think it used to be. But I do believe that this is the best class setup that you can use for this gun. I'm going to show you guys just a big difference with this gun, why I have a grip over a stock, and just because I think this gun really does benefit from having a grip versus a stock. Yes, I'm always preaching about first one to shoot wins, but damage also wins. This gun is such a good gun that if you hit your shots with it, especially having a better chance of having less recoil from the grip itself, help out tremendously. So yeah, that's why I pointed out these two differences first straight off the bat. We're gonna start from front to the back though. As always, Sin Guard, guys already know, aim down, sight speed, bullet velocity. Gonna have the Slugger RV just because it's the best damage range barrel out of all of these. Like even the Slugger L203, if you guys see it, the biggest difference is just the range, the accuracy. You get better recoil control, everything from right there. That's the things that I'd be pointing out. So always make sure that you're following and looking at those. Again, when we tune it, recoil steadiness, aim down, sight speed, laser. We have the Slugger Soldier Grip just because it's gonna be the fastest one out of all of these. Obviously when we tune it, it is even faster. And when it comes to an actual grip, if you guys do use an underbarrel, always make sure that whatever this is right here, make sure it's going to benefit you. I don't really care for hip fire control. I'd rather be more mobile, so that's why I changed to the hip walking speed. But then I also have the aim down sight speed, so that's why I really do appreciate that this gun is still a classic, but you know, it's just a shadow of its former self. And when you go into the firing range, you guys will definitely see that. So the gun, beautiful, having the platinum camo in it, just a classic, always going to be a classic, just a nice gun to use. Perfect aim down sight speed. You know, you guys can see that it's a little bit slower just because we don't have the stock, but when we did tune the pineapple grip, it did help us out. So that's why, you know, tuning is important. Make sure you're always checking the tuning out. If you don't know how to tune, just tune it to what your play style would be, and just pay attention. You know, do experiments. Is this better for me? Is this worse for me? Stuff like that. So, you know, attack sprint, zoom in, still good. Normal sprint, good. Just regular walking around, still good. And yeah, let's test it on the field. Man, this gun is just such a beauty. Like, again, all these guns on my list could all be interchangeable. Like, there can be some days I'm feeling good about this gun versus the other guns that I mainly use, but man, this gun is just still a beauty. I'm gonna talk about the pros real quick. Pros, when you throw a grip on this gun, it's just usable. I think when you don't have a grip on this gun, it's a little bit more over the place. Again, tuning can help fix that up. Another big pro is 40 bullets. Again, you guys know I'm the biggest fan of having more bullets, more kills. Huge con to this gun though, I think, is just the inconsistency of it. Also, I think a con is just I haven't used it enough to really main it. But yeah, this gun is still a classic. I think another con would be just the aim down sight speed. You know, when I like to turn corners and be a little bit faster than this. And as you guys can tell, you know, we are starting to get a little bit slower when we do aim in. There's gonna be very specific things that make guns that have cons versus pros. So just always be realizing that. And if this is your gun to use, you know, I do understand that you can make it faster. I do understand that you can make it more recoil controlled. build, but I think this is the best build for somebody who wants to go in, use the gun, get kills, and not have to worry about, man, this gun off a rip doesn't really kill that fast, or the damage isn't there, or the recoil isn't there, or my aim down sight speed isn't there. So just one of those things to think about if you're going to use this gun. Pick it up and just go from there. But again, really solid gun. Love using this gun, still love using it even now. If I pick it up or if I see it, it's definitely reliable. It's just a little bit further down my list just because aim down sight speed, how inconsistent that it might be, and how many things you have to do to it in order to make it a little bit better than what it should be, I feel like. So again, number 7 on my list. Still love the gun, not the worst gun, but you know, just a shadow of what I think it used to be. Let me know if you agree, let me know if you disagree, let me know if you use it, how can it be better, what am I missing, what's the better tweak on it. And yeah, let's hop into number 8. So number 8 gun for me is going to be the Mini AUG, aka the MX9. You guys already know about it, man. This gun is actually a really good gun, and it does bring me pain to say it's number 8 as well, just because it's very consistent. But where it's inconsistent, and I'm gonna point it straight off the bat, is the biggest con is the freaking magazine. If you guys notice right here, 25 round mag, that's not it. That is not it. And even if you throw a magazine on there for 32 bullets, that's not it. I feel like they really screwed up this gun, just because I feel like off the bat it should have had 30 bullets. 5 bullets may or may not make a difference, but sometimes it really does. So that's one thing that I really don't enjoy about this gun. But just like the P90, this gun has a different type of method of a stock versus a comb, and in this case this gun doesn't have a good stock at all. No zoom in, aim down speed to be fast or anything. Now if you are making a build that is more accurate, recoiled, yeah, obviously you'd want to go with this stock. But for me, again, you guys already know, run and gun, we're going to start from the back to the front this time, is I got the F-Tac, and of course this gun is just sprint to fire, and when we tune it up, recoil stabilization, so that actually helps us with our accuracy. Aim down sight speed, way better. Ruin Q900 grip, got the aim down sight speed, just same thing, trying to be the fastest aim down sight. Okay, so moving up from the laser, we got the 508mm rear guard barrel, and the real reason I have that is versus the Bruin, you guys can see it's just better in damage, better in range, better in accuracy. Yes, you sacrifice some mobility, yes, you sacrifice some handling, but guess what, when you go to tune it and you put it over here, you actually get a lot of handling from when you didn't have the tuning on it. So again, it's not going to be the fastest zooming in gun, but just that damage increase that you get from it is so significant. Obviously we have the Sin Guard, so it's going to help out as well, aim down sight speed. And man, again, this gun is ideal in a lot of situations, but it's also unrealistic in the sense of the magazine. And again, you might be able to switch that out, but how much more is 7 bullets going to help you out? And that's just what I think, and that's why it's so much further down on my list. It's a great gun. It's a great gun when you break it down, when you actually use it, when you go into the field and you actually shoot some people with it. It's not the slowest zooming in, which I actually really enjoy, but again, not having that much bullets is something that's significant to me, especially on the field itself. Especially when the damage isn't always there as consistent. It's a great gun to use. Again, all these guns are just great guns, and I feel like that's because I've sat down and I've really tried to build the best builds to every single gun that I could. But again, the biggest con for me is just going to be its lack of damage sometimes and the lack of ammo. Maybe if I was more accurate and maybe if I was mounted up, I could kill that guy faster. But it's like, do I play mounted up? No, I don't always. And of course, if I'm not ideally trying to shoot somebody from that far, but if I needed to, I definitely could. That's where I think this gun does shine, is you can get some kills that I feel like you really shouldn't, because it acts like an AR. I mean, it's just the baby AUG. Like, it acts like an AR. So when you're shooting somebody, you have the damage of the actual AR itself. But when you are trying to use it at the same range, and because the lack of ammo that you have for it isn't there, it's kind of hard to just, you know, justify it to be a better gun than what it is. And that's why it's just so much further down my list. Again, it might be some of y'all's favorite gun, but to me, I just think that the lack of everything that it has overall is why it's so much further. So again, number 8 on my list, still a great gun. I still enjoy using it. If I'm gonna pick it up, I'm gonna definitely shine with it. But for me personally, I don't think all the stuff being built on it makes it the best gun in the game by far. So yeah, with that being said, let's move on to our last and final gun. All right, you guys, without further ado, we are coming up on our last and final gun. And again, disclaimer, again, these guns are in no specific order. If your gun was first, second, third, fourth, etc., don't take hate on me. Don't do any of that. You know, I'm just trying to point out the best builds that I think are for the submachine guns. And course, I think these are the best guns that I personally feel are in the game from what I've used, and of course I've used them all, and I'm still continuing to use them from being on the Orion camo grind. So just again, with that being said, you know, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. You guys are enjoying the video, and if you guys have so far, please make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Again, like I said, 600 subscriber giveaway. Go get after that. Go get yourself something nice. I'm giving it away for free. It's for you guys. So again, go check that out. Love you guys. Without further ado, let's hop into this last gun. So the very last gun for me is going to be the BAS-P, aka I think it's supposed to be the M13, right, from Modern Warfare 1, whatever shit like that. I didn't really play it, but yeah, this gun, not a horrible gun by any means. It's just I feel like when it came out, it just didn't have the damage that I think was there, and I did my best to try to improve the damage, as you guys can see on the bottom, but I still feel like there's little tweaks to this gun that they could definitely make it a whole lot better, and even the tweaks that I feel like make it even better aren't still held up to the level of degree that I think it should be. So yeah, let's go and talk about that through the breakdown itself. So the Sin Guard, you guys already know, aim down sight speed, bullet velocity, you got the best damage barrel, and just going through everything, of course you guys already see what I try to go for: best damage, best recoil, best range, best accuracy, shit like that. When we tune it up, always recoil steadiness, aim down sight speed, laser, you guys already know, VOK, never gonna change. On this though is where I feel like you can change a lot of things. You might be able to change into this stock to have more mobility, but you don't really get that much handling, and that's why I kind of don't rock with the stock on this gun, just because I feel like what you sacrifice for it isn't really worth it. So of course we have the Bruin flash grip, obviously aim down sight speed, boom boom, sprint to fire. Then I obviously have the pineapple on here as well, and of course you can get the aim down sight speed and the mobility back from here, and that's why I kind of rock with this gun just like that, just because I feel like what you sacrifice by giving this gun a stock isn't worth it. Again, such a beautiful gun. I'm happy that they dropped it. It's an awesome gun to use. I've been enjoying getting it platinum. It hasn't been a problem for me. Again, it's just another submachine gun that I feel like excels at shooting fast, great iron sights, just looks sick, performs, but I also think that it doesn't perform to the levels of what the other guns could perform at. Great aim down sight speed, you know, a little bit better, especially if you like using the M4, you know, just a nice classic feel. Very nice movement speed. Everything I feel like a submachine gun should excel at. Aim down sight speed, again, there. What I think this gun really excels at is just bullet speed, fire rate, since obviously the upgrade to the damage itself really does excel at that. And obviously throwing on the grip as well, I feel like really does take this gun to the next level, because when I feel like you don't have a grip on this gun specifically, you don't get the accuracy of the gun just kind of staying stable when you're shooting. Obviously another con, just the submachine gun having a 30 round mag is obviously not there for me. Sometimes you might not be able to kill 2 people. Sometimes you might be able to kill 3 people. Sometimes you might not even be able to kill 2 people because you had to use so many bullets on the first one, and you had to shoot somebody that was like way over there, and then these people sneak up on you. Don't kill that guy, kill that guy. Maybe go back and kill that guy with the last 2 bullets. It's just all about personal preference. And again, I don't hate this gun. A lot of the guns that I put closer to the end, I do not hate. Love it. Fuck around with this gun because it's got the clear mag on it. You guys can see the bullets, but at the same time, just holding up to the standards of the other guns, it's just not there. So again, if this is your favorite gun, let me know if the build is good. Let me know if you tried the build. Let me know what you think about this build. Let me know what could be better about the build. And again, I'm not hating on any guns, so you know, don't be supporting hate in the comments, but if you do disagree, let me know respectfully. Let me know what I could do better, fix it, and we can always go from there. So again, that is my list 1 to 9. I'm going to be doing this breakdown of every single category in the game. So again, if you enjoy this type of video, if you enjoyed it, if you actually benefited from it, drop a like, subscribe, stay tuned for just more videos, because I'm going to be bringing some more stuff. ARs, bringing the snipers, bringing the marksman rifles, bringing the LMGs, bringing even the launchers, stuff like that. I'm just going to be breaking down every single best weapon that I've used so far and that I think you guys would actually benefit from. And of course, I want to hear from you guys, y'all's opinion, because that'll help me benefit as well. So again, with that being said, drop a like if you guys did enjoy today's video. I love you guys as always. Please go check out everything in the description below. 600 subscriber giveaway. Make sure it's big. Let's freaking do something. And yeah, let's just keep growing as a community. Let's keep growing, helping me grow, because I'm really trying to drop hella videos this year and make a change. So yeah, like I said, I can't do it without you guys, and I appreciate you guys to the fullest. And again, without trying to make this outro too long, I just love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in my next video that I make. Deuces.